Nikesha Breeze works from an Afrocentric, Afrofuturistic lens. Her artistic practice aspires to heal trauma along ancestral lines by reimagining the past to cleanse the present and redesign the future. She recreates rare daguerreotypes of Black subjects at human scales as a way to impart honor and recognition to Black ancestors. Breeze is a co-founder of Earthseed Black Arts Alliance New Mexico, which supports Black, Indigenous, and people of color artists working in northern New Mexico.
My work does draw on history a lot, but I'm actually thinking about futurity when I'm working with history. I feel like the work that I'm doing and my focus is on the invisible places, the empty spaces between, the invisible voices, the unseen stories, the ways that these beings in my work have been made anonymous and erased out of our history. And so I'm working with invisible histories so as to create bridges towards futures, towards real possible futures where all bodies are seen and held and known, and particularly Black and Indigenous bodies are recognized. And so for me, it's historical, but it's Afrofuturist in its foundation. So my process is driven by creating bridges outside of time. And so Black and Indigenous bodies in particular, our physical corporal bodies, have been in every single way through colonization and white supremacy stripped of their autonomy, of their sovereignty, of their actuality. And so I feel like when we as Black artists relate to the body and are incorporating the body and loving the body and nourishing body and showing the body in all of these forms, that we are rewriting the histories. We are again the same place of filling in the spaces that have been stripped away, because the real truth is that the colonization and white supremacy can't actually break our bodies apart. If I recognize what we know in science around intergenerational trauma, as well as how we literally carry our ancestral imprints within our DNA and our cells, my question was, okay, if that's true, which it is, where in my body? And through some deep meditation for myself, I found them inside my bones. When I jump and when I dance and when I feel the drums move through my body, that I'm moving these ancestors, and these ancestors are able then to communicate through me. I fell in love with New Mexico. I moved here 21 years ago, so it's been a really long time that I've been here. My family is originally from here, from the early 1800s. They're some of the first settlers in Blackdom, New Mexico. And so I feel like New Mexico's been in my blood for a long time. This understanding of a long, long history, a land that is embedded with story, with narrative, with care, with people who built their homes out of the mud itself. There's a great spirit here that either keeps you or kicks you out. So for me, it's a fertile, fertile place to grow into your sense of being and to come into true authenticity. The blue corn is a blessing of abundance. Blue corn is a blessing of deep wisdom teachings and medicine teachings. So this piece carries blue corn on her back, the wisdom of the indigenous people. You with this indigo dress, with this cotton crown, which is really like a crown of thorns, which is again shifting the narratives. And then she's filled with the medicinal plants of chamisa, aromatic plants like sage and lavender. There's aspen, which the aspen bark has been used for pain. There's red willow, which is significant to the Tiwa and Tewa people, which they're called the red willow people. And so all of these are connected to deep medicine traditions, and for me, that kinship of indigeneity between plants and people. And all of our non-human relatives, particularly the antlers, carrying that carefulness of the stag moving through, the forest, the ways that we as Black and Indigenous people have to carefully step through the colonized world to be able to carry literally our medicines across time. we're dealing right now with COVID, but also this long-held and absolutely necessary massive revolution of Black life, Black culture, and the mattering of Black bodies. I mean, we, alongside the endless and daily murder of Black people, like that is equal, if not more, really is more significant to me even than what's happening with COVID. My art is now valued, just like my life is now valued, right. As a Black person, because the world is finally sort of woken up to the realities that we've been literally screaming it for hundreds of years. And so for me, I guess my process has shifted in that I'm reaffirmed that I'm doing the right thing, and I need to keep doing what I'm doing and do it more and do it louder and do it without and beyond all of the trend. Just keep going, and I've been much more excited about creating and networking and gathering more Black artists around and more Black voices and folks that are here just I think to hold what we're all doing even stronger. You're going to keep hearing us, and we're not going to shut up, and this it's going to stay, and it's going to stay louder, and we're going to change the world because it's necessary.